Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Grading Warriors players after 99-102 loss against Clippers, Curry's 26 points not enough. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors could not defeat James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers tonight in the battle of the two all-time leading three-point shooters. After Harden claimed he is the greatest three-point shooter ever, albeit tongue-in-cheek, many expected Curry to go off from three to prove who the real GOAT of shooters is. Curry had a solid game, scoring 26 points on 6-15 from three, but it wasn't exactly his best performance of the season. James Harden wasn't much better from three either, 2-6 three-point FG, and had to impact the matchup in other areas including playmaking. However, the game had more to do with how both teams generated their offense. Norman Powell scored 23 points, Harden orchestrated the offense with 12 points and 16 assists, and Ivica Zubac dominated the boards, grabbing 17 rebounds. The Clippers, who had dropped their first 4 games at their new arena, continued to build momentum. Curry led the Warriors with 26 points, and Andrew Wiggins chipped in 22. Golden State's only lead came on Lindy Waters' three's opening three-pointer, but they clawed back late, narrowing the deficit to 3 in the final moments. Despite a chance to tie, Curry's three-pointer missed, the Warriors only shot 36.4% from three as a team, and Gary Payton II's last-second attempt also fell short, ending the Warriors' 3-game winning streak. Following tonight's exciting matchup, let's grade every Warriors player who made the court. Curry led the Warriors with 26 points, including 6 three-pointers, but struggled to convert in clutch moments, including the potential game-tying shot. His playmaking and rebounding were solid, though his 3 turnovers and below-average efficiency by his standards, 6-15 3-points, limited his overall impact. Despite a strong effort, Curry couldn't quite carry the team past the surging Clippers, and we have to give him leverage considering he might not have been fully healthy tonight. Wiggins had an efficient offensive game, scoring 22 points on just 12 shots while making 6 of 8 free throws. His ability to attack the rim complemented Curry's perimeter play, though his rebounding and defensive presence were underwhelming. Wiggins showed flashes of his potential but needed to contribute more on the boards and defensively. Still, Wiggins was the only consistent offensive player alongside Stephen Curry tonight. Instant analysis: Clippers defense too tough for Warriors in 102-99 win. The Los Angeles Clippers improved their record to 8-7 on the season with a hard-fought 102-99 win over the Golden State Warriors at the Intuit Dome in LA. This was the Warriors' 3rd loss of the season and the second one they've been handed by the Clippers, as this matchup tends to neutralize Golden State's offense. James Harden put on a passing clinic with 16 assists to go alongside 12 points, 4-15 FG, in the win, led by Norman Powell's 23-point, 9-15 FG, night. Amir Coffey put up 15 points, 3-8 FG, and 5 rebounds off the bench, while Terrence Mann contributed 10 points, 4-10 FG, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Ivica Zubac was a monster on the boards with 17 rebounds alongside his 8 points, 3-8 FG. The Warriors were led by Stephen Curry's 26 points, 10-21 FG, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, while Andrew Wiggins scored 22 points, 7-12 FG, of his own. Draymond Green had another ace defensive night and put up 9 points, 3-7 FG, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Jonathan Kuminga had 12 points, 5-10 FG, and 3 steals off the bench. Let's examine the major takeaways from the Clippers pulling out this win against a top West contender. Norman Powell went viral before the season for claiming the Clippers would handle Paul George's departure through addition by subtraction. His words are proving to be prophetic, as George's absence has led to an expanded role for Powell on offense, one that he is maximizing. He was a pure scorer tonight, putting up 23 points with 1 rebound and 1 steal, focusing his attention on lighting the Warriors up. He's averaging 23.3 points on 49% from the field and 48.7% from 3 this season by being a free scorer, something that's been key for the Warriors given the lack of offensive talent on the franchise. If the Clippers are a playoff team despite their issues, Powell will deserve a chunk of the credit. He's maximizing his situation as the Clippers don't have many scoring options right now. James Harden is averaging 20.1 points on 37.2% from the field, showing his scoring output might never reach the historic highs from a few years ago. Ivica Zubac is a post-playing big and will never be an offensive spark plug, while the rotational players are 3-and-D specialists like Batum, Jones Jr., Coffey, and Mann. The Clippers are leaning on Powell and he's giving them all the support he can, making his name known for most improved player or even an all-star selection this season. Warriors trade pitch sends Jonathan Kuminga out east. Through the first 12 games of the 2024-25 NBA season, Jonathan Kuminga was 6th on the Warriors in minutes, 23.8, 4th in points, 14.2, and 4th in field goal attempts, 11.3. Those numbers were all down from the 2023-24 season when Kuminga was the Warriors' third leading points scorer behind only Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. The dip in numbers came after Kuminga and the Warriors failed to agree to a contract extension before the season. As such, many insiders felt the writing was on the wall for Golden State to ship off the Congolese forward before the February trade deadline or perhaps at some point during the 2025 offseason. In light of those reports, Hoops Habits' Cal Durrett proposed a trade that would send Kuminga to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for a haul of young players and draft assets. Warriors would get Kenyon Martin Jr., 2 first-round pick 76ers would get. Kuminga. Durrett's trade proposal came after reports surfaced of the Sixers showing interest in acquiring Kuminga from Golden State. Kuminga doesn't appear to have a long-term role with the Warriors and they failed to agree to a contract extension with him, Durrett wrote on November 17. That means that he will enter restricted free agency next summer and the Warriors could easily lose him if they aren't willing to pay him. One of the advantages of the Warriors going through with the aforementioned trade pitch is they can flip the returning first-round picks from the Sixers for a bigger piece such as Giannis Antetokounmpo or another big star who could become available. The Warriors have long coveted Antetokounmpo as the perfect co-star to pair next to Curry. According to Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher, Curry and Antetokounmpo's off-court business relationship could lead to an eventual pairing in a Warriors on Fire'em. The other big connection here to keep an eye on is the fact that Giannis and Steph Curry are both represented by the same agency, Octagon, Fisher said on November 11. We've seen these types of synergies make deals happen. Fisher cited the example of the Knicks landing Karl-Anthony Towns in the 2024 offseason due to the sharpshooting center being a CA client. It's no secret that many of the Knicks players are represented by the same agency. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jonathan Kuminga? Leave your opinion in the comments.